Please join me in welcoming tonight's commencement speaker, Mr. Colin Stevens.
Hello. This is a unique experience, and since we are, how many times have you guys heard unprecedented times? Too many, right? So I'm just going to follow along with that and refer to Bray and Man, and we're good. Those speeches were fantastic. I don't think there's much more for me to say. Well done, and congratulations. Class of 2020, you will always be remembered. Always be remembered for being the unique class that is having graduation as such. And you all should be very proud, very proud of your accomplishments, and the culmination of your high school career is not what was expected. I mean, nobody would have thought that you had your last 2.5 months online, not at school, where you didn't have your friends and the support of your teachers. And I know it's been difficult, but if there's anything that it's taught us, is that life will throw the unexpected at you all of the time. And your parents and your teachers can tell you that we've made our plans, and God laughs at our plans. Not in a way that he's not supportive of what we want, but the reality is we make our plans and we just don't know what's coming our way. And so I'm hoping that right now is a lesson to you graduates, but all of us, that life's still going to be unexpected. And it can still be really, really good. Students, you have so much to look forward to. And you're going into a new environment with new learning opportunities. You're going to meet new friends. There's going to be a lot of new. But I implore you, do not forget who you are. Do not forget that God has made you with unique gifts. You see, we get into new environments and sometimes we want to fit in. Sometimes we want the validation and approval of other people. But don't change. God didn't make you to fit in. He gave you unique gifts that our world needs, that your world needs. And so as you make your new friends, and you're learning new things, and you're in a new environment, don't forget that you change to improve yourself. You don't change for the validation of others. Parents, this is a tough time. The little baby birds are leaving the nest. And all of your work and all of your intention and all of your love that you poured out on your children, wow, we see it. We see it. And I've been a coach here, so I've been able to see it with some of these young men. My wife coaches here, so she's certainly seen it with some of these young women. And the teachers, parents, we see your intention with your kids. Thank you. And so now as they have a new environment, as their world changes and evolves, they'll need something new from you. Your relationship with them will change and evolve because things are just different. And so if there's something that I can leave you all with, parents, is continue to be intentional. You can't treat them like they were when they left the nest. Things are different. Continue to be intentional. Listen. Stay tuned in. And give them what they need as their time changes. But so many of you should be so proud with your kids that are sitting here today. Now, I know this is a time that I'm probably supposed to pull out my favorite Bible verse, but I just want to talk about Jesus for a second. Because sometimes we get lost in trying to keep up with so many things, we get lost in the truth that we really just look at one person and say, he did it right. And so what was it about Jesus that was so compelling? Jesus didn't try to fit in. He didn't fit in. You know what he also didn't do? Is he didn't force anybody to change. He was full of God's love, and because of that, the people that he connected with were compelled to change because of the love and the connection that was within him. So as students, as you go to your new place, understand this: there is nothing more powerful than love. As you build new relationships and as you have people that come into your life who are needing to be cared for, not everybody's going to come from the loving family that you do. I want us to understand that Jesus didn't force anybody to change. But man, if you got around him, you couldn't help but become better. And that's what we want. As we follow him, that's what we want. Sometimes we get bogged down in the verses and we get bogged down in the history, and that stuff is important, but not at the detriment of forgetting of who Jesus was and how he lived. Don't try to go change anybody. Go love somebody, and then let God do what he does. And life is going to throw things your way. It's not going to be easy. I'm sure some of you have struggled up to this point. I hope so. Because guess what? The struggle's coming again. We can't avoid it. Oh, we can try to avoid it. But the struggle is what makes us. If we go through the struggle, you have to understand that you cannot continually avoid the struggle. Because if you think of going through a path, if you try to avoid the struggle, you're going to find it again. If you quit before you get to the struggle because you think it's going to be too hard, you'll never know what awesome things are on the other side. Greatness is on the other side of difficult things. And you can do hard things. So we can't avoid the struggle. I implore you, do not avoid the struggle. And it's coming, like you're going to get dumped by your boyfriend or girlfriend in college. Okay, so I did. Maybe you're not going to. I did. A couple times. But I found the right one. You guys know, all right. You're going to meet difficult people. You're going to have to make hard decisions that will shape the course of your life. Some of you have been wanting to be adults and grown-ups for a long time. Well, here's your shot. Thankfully, you guys are surrounded by a great support system that is going to continue to help guide you. But things are not going to be easy. Do not expect this next part of your life to just be easy. But it's going to be good. If there's anything to take with you, take these three things. Paul tells the church of Corinth, take these three things: faith, hope, and love. And when I say faith, I don't mean your religion. The writer of Hebrews explained it like this: faith is being sure of what we hope for and certain of what we do not see. You see, faith doesn't make sense to everybody else. And I think God wants us to have faith so that we can do the things that nobody else thinks we can do. Take your faith with you. And take hope with you because things are not easy. Take hope with you because other people are going to need it. There's going to be times where people pour hope into you, and then hopefully there's going to be times where you pour hope into others. But hope is for the dark times. Hope's not for when everything's going easy. Hope's for when there's a global pandemic. That's when we need hope. Take that with you. And love. Love is the greatest of these things. But let me tell you about love. Love has no agenda. Love has no agenda. Love doesn't see people and try to change people. Love just does what love does. And you are full of God's love. He created you. It's in the DNA of God and it's in the DNA of you. Sometimes you may doubt it, but it's part of your makeup. Accept it. And you have it to give. Take those three things with you. You have an awesome future ahead of you. And it's about what you make it. I'm really proud of you guys, and good luck.